Return from the summer holidays, one trip that's feeling like a very bumpy ride is the online travel industry. The dot-com turbulence is dealing the industry a hard blow, but it's not stopping some companies like Priceline and Zuji from entering the market. Janine Graham has the story.
For this Singaporean businessman, it's the end of a routine trip to Hong Kong. But there's something different these days about his business travel. It's all booked over the internet.
It's fast, and then we can access almost everywhere. And then the price actually is cheaper than usually getting from a travel agency.
E-ticket, yeah.
E-ticket.
Okay.
He belongs to a small minority of people who book online in Asia. Research shows only about 1% of total travel sales in the region are made over the internet. So for an industry many had expected would take off, there seem to have been some long delays. And the ride for some companies has been cancelled altogether.
This is calling from eBookit.
Just weeks ago, for instance, busy activity in the offices of this online travel agency, eBookit. Executives were announcing by the end of the year they'd be turning a profit. But now the company's in liquidation.
So eBookit effectively ran out of money, and that wasn't outside of their business plan. They'd already known in their initial plan that they needed to raise further capital. They couldn't. And I think perhaps there's some strategic decisions they made which may have, in retrospect, probably wrong.
Liquidators have received 2 offers for eBookit. Still, analysts say one major reason for eBookit's downfall is a problem faced by the entire industry.
Our research would show that consumers in Asia are very wary of brand names they don't know, especially when it comes to buying a fairly high price point item like a plane ticket. Costs possibly $1,000 US.
Yet despite all the odds, e-travel is seeing some new players. Zuji.com is one. As the company's CEO leaves for the airport himself on a business trip, he's confident about the future of the travel website. A joint venture between US-based online travel agency Travelocity and a consortium of airlines in the region, such as Cathay Pacific and Qantas. Names like that, he says, will set Zuji apart in the industry.
You will trust us because obviously our partners are very well-known companies. I mean, as I said, they are the best airlines in the area, with 11 of them backing us up. Travelocity, #1 site in the world.
But for the consumer in Asia, wanting, for example, to go on a cheap holiday, it may be hard to find the kinds of big bargains offered over the internet in deregulated markets like the US.
We are not going to break the market prices, but what we are going to do is, thanks to the technology, we'll be able to bring forward the best deals that exist in the market. Whereas before, you maybe had to shop around and call different agencies or call airlines to find out what was the market price.
But even without huge discounts in Asia's largely regulated skies, more and more people are expected to turn to the internet. Boston Consulting Group, for instance, says the region's online travel business will double next year. Many are predicting a boom in e-travel in Asia, even though so far the industry's had a rough ride. And it still remains to be seen whether the journey online will be a safe one. Janine Graham for CNN, Hong Kong.